This episode is brought to you by Columbia Sportswear. It's snowing again, and that wind chill is killer. But you're not worried about that because you shop the Omni Heat Infinity Collection. It's warmth perfected with tiny gold dots that reflect your body heat inside and protect you from the cold outside. No snow or chilly temps can stop you now. Go out anyway. Shop the Omni Heat Infinity Collection now at Columbia.com/infinity.
The holidays are a time to feel and create joy. And what could be more joyous than the look on her face as she unwraps a stunning new jewelry piece from Blue Nile? How about getting 50% off your purchase? Blue Nile offers premium quality, priced below traditional retail. Their online experts are available 24/7 to answer any questions and make sure you've picked the perfect gift. For a limited time, you can get 50% off at BlueNile.com. That's 50% off at BlueNile.com.
My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. Give me beer or whiskey, wine or gin, anything to shake this mood I'm in. My football team's got me drinking.
Back at it again with another episode of the Shades of Blue Soccer Show. My name is Cody Bradley. Thad Bell and Robert Russert are here as always. Gentlemen, 10 days from the start of the Sporting KC season. Thad, are you getting all tingly yet? And Friday is Casey Woso. I mean, come on.
You asked me if I'm getting tingly. That's your lead in.
Tingly yet?
Thad, what do you get tingly about? I mean,
Not what I can put on a podcast.
I straight froze Thad with the word tingly.
Well, I'm excited. I'll answer the question. I am getting a little tingly.
Thad's got nothing. So
Yes.
please take over.
I actually thought the home game was a week sooner than it was. I had to be corrected by a friend of mine. I was like, dang it. I want it to be soon.
I know. I was assuming it was this weekend after the game last weekend was the last one, but But we got Casey Woso. Thad, come on.
We do.
You're going to be all excited, man.
I am excited. I'm not tingly.
Yes, that is this weekend. Oh, were you worried? Oh, because we were talking about women's soccer. No, I said tingly about men's soccer. There was nothing weird. Don't go to a weird place.
Thank goodness.
Casey
Like tingly is not weird.
Officially open versus the Portland Thorns Friday night. The Portland Thorns, one of the greatest named teams on the planet. I gotta give it to them.
I will agree with you on that one.
So good. Rose City, the Thorns.
Still haven't made it to Portland, man. It's on the list.
Been there, done that. Not going back.
Stop
Keep
bragging.
Portland weird. Don't let Thad come in.
And
That was
give me
before being there for a
something about
game,
Women's
so.
soccer. Give me something about women's soccer. That's why I was going to you.
They open Friday.
I just said that. You're useless.
The Challenge Cup. It's not even a regular season game.
They're gonna be missing like 3 players though, right? Three starters.
Potentially 4.
Potentially 4. Okay.
Okay, so is
Yeah,
is that what they call a preseason, or this is an actual? Is it like a league cup?
It's a tournament, yeah. It's a preseason tournament. They did it last year to come back. That was the first thing when they came back out of COVID. They were NWSL was actually the first league to start playing again, and they had like their little bubble in Utah.
Okay, so I definitely entirely oversold the KC Woso is officially back. This is just what they call a preseason tournament.
That's all right.
It's games. It's like legit games that they're competing for something. So it's not like not like preseason in Arizona for Sporting where they really don't care about the Desert Diamond Cup.
I see it is on Paramount Plus. Is the regular season also on Paramount Plus?
Yes, it is.
You guys have that?
I do.
No.
I've not gotten it. It was CBS All Access, right? I'm not confused.
It was. I got it last year so I could watch the NWSL games and then never canceled it, which is exactly the kind of person that they want me to be.
Honestly, I'm kind of boycotting CBS and Paramount Plus right now because they won't put Champions League, UEFA Champions League quarterfinals. They will not put on television. Get out of here. Oh, it makes me so mad. I want to hold off on getting Paramount Plus because they're so obnoxious.
If
That's
they put it on
BS, isn't
TV, then you won't have to get it.
I don't have to get it. There's a million free streams. I watched the Man City game today. Well, I wasn't really. I was working actually, but it was on, and it was.
I was
4K.
working.
It was 4K, and it was streaming beautifully, and it was on an illegal stream.
I was watching it on a legal stream, and it was
paying
beautiful.
for it like a sucker.
Like a legitimate person.
No, it seriously, it drives me insane. A UEFA Champions League quarterfinal? Come on.
Did it bug you that Dortmund almost won at Man City? Come on.
Ugh, get out of here.
Society is making it more difficult to be a legitimate human being more and more these days. So,
I'll agree with that. No, and I have always wanted to pay for the things that I subscribe to or use and stuff like that, but it is getting harder and harder to not cheat. Especially with certain broadcast companies that have taken over the regional broadcast of favorite local teams.
Yeah, what a mess with Sinclair and Fox Sports / Bally Sports Midwest.
Yeah,
that's really shitty.
And it what sucks is people are blaming Sporting for it, and I assume people are blaming the Royals for it, but all I ever hear is the Sporting stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not their fault. They have no control over it, and they can't break the contract. I'm sure there's penalties to it. The one good thing is Sporting has only got this year and next year on it, but the Royals have like another 8 years or something.
Yeah. There are ways to find those games, and we encourage you to find those ways.
Yeah, more illegal streams. VPNs.
Yes, I will probably be investing in researching in proper VPNs.
But I log into my parents' cable accounts. So will I be able to stream the games legally by using my mom's cable password?
Well, your mom would be able to legally stream it with her cable password. Yes.
Okay, my what do we call that? Halfway legally stream it? Okay,
Yeah.
Well, but so her if you have it on cable, you will have a stream available online, like you can stream it on.
I believe so, yes, like on Fox Sports Go or whatever.
But it can't be that. It's Ballet Sports now. Is there a new app? Do I need to figure this out? Come on, I need to get ready for this. I'm not prepared. There's only 10 days, guys.
I don't know, but I just logged into Fox Sports Go and watched stuff the other day. So like last week. So I don't know if they've, but that's, I when I say Fox Sports Go, I'm actually watching it on a computer, not on the app.
Okay.
I haven't tried the app lately.
All right. I'm confident I'll be able to watch without a VPN. That's good to know. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
You should thank them every day for just giving you life, man. Not snuffing you out early.
All right. Brad Guzan has been ejected from the CONCACAF Champions League game for Atlanta, but let's get to our main part of our show, shall we?
Wait, did he really?
Yeah.
What did he do?
What did he do? Took somebody out on a free.
I missed it.
I
missed
break,
it.
I imagine.
But he has left the game.
I just pulled it up through Fox Sports Go on the other computer, so I now have a really huge shot of Guzan's bald ass head. Jeez. He makes you look He makes you look positively hirsute there, Robert.
Bless you. Bless you.
Guzan has always gone bald though, right? Even when he probably had a good head of hair.
Yeah, he's always rocked the Gru look.
What color hair do we think Brad Guzan would have if he had hair?
Cowardly yellow.
Cowardly yellow.
Oh, good Lord. Cowardly yellow. So yes, Thad gave us nothing on Casey Woso. Just turned into Paramount and streaming discussion.
What did you want about Casey Woso?
I don't know. I was trying to get you amped up. I was trying to get your energy levels up to do a nice podcast tonight, and you just shut me down.
Like you should have known better by now.
Okay, well,
yes,
how about this?
They are missing players. Canadians, Desiree Scott.
Oh, okay. There you go. News.
The other player that they just traded for. I can't even not remember her name right now. Damn it.
This is why we need Ali Trost on. Man, what a goal that would be if we could get her back on next week, maybe. But no, let's move on to the 1-0 final preseason win over the LA Galaxy. I think the whole discussion should just be about the Busio banger, right?
Jordan Listro, that's the other Canadian they're missing. Also, Argentinian Mariana Larroquette. And
Good God.
Why do I have a feeling Thad's reading this? I don't know.
His talent is unmatched and derailed. Yes.
But yes, Busio's goal. I mean, just hey, why not, right? Just turn and hit it.
Thanks, Bob. Bring us back. Good job.
he knew exactly where he was at, man. He placed it.
Well, I know he knew where he was at, but
yeah,
take a swing.
That was very good, and it kind of embodies what he was saying he was going to do. I don't think he would have tried that last year.
I think he's wanting that mindset to be different anyway. He's wants to be the guy.
He wants to be the guy. That's right. And you could see it in that kick. That's what I mean. It was just, you could see it.
Did both of you see the game? I mean, I know Robert did, but did you, Cody?
Yeah.
No, honestly, I was late brunching with my family in town. Means I was drunk for a lot of the time. So
Bottomless mimosas. No.
Yeah, bottomless mimosas at 3rd Street Social at Least Summit.
There you go. But I mean, Busio, he played like he was the best player on the field. Head above everybody else, and it's the way you got to be if you want to be the man and get that big time European move, right?
Yep. I don't know if I would say he was heads above everybody else, but he was definitely one of the best players on the field, if not the best.
Yeah, right.
Awesome.
But definitely fitting into that role of the midfield is his and he's taking it and wanting it. And
does that not get you tingly inside? Come on. That makes me all tingly.
Well, I tell you what, you add Russell, you add Polito, you add Kinda to that mix, and what he can do with those guys, that does get me tingly. Yeah.
Bob's tingly. Aha,
it was a little muted with the lineup he had with him, but
Yeah, I mean that's like because I actually commented about that on your post about it the other today. Because the forward line was Wilson Harris, Ozzie Cisneros, and Kyrie Shelton. So I have hopes for Wilson Harris being a goal scorer when he's got everything going for him in the lineup. And Ozzie Cisneros actually played pretty darn good for being his first real MLS-ish minutes. I mean, he's been in games before, but he played pretty well.
Yeah, that was my next question. That's good to hear. But that also means that they had all these players that were not playing, and that's the most sad I am about missing the game, was that I didn't get to hear and watch the Johnny Russell and all the rest of the player commentary. Were you guys, did anyone catch that?
No, I didn't.
Dang. Okay. I shouldn't have gone to that well.
Yeah.
What Johnny Russell commentary?
They had player commentary on one of the streams. It was Johnny Russell, Roger Espinoza, and
that is old. Your third player you're about to say is a guy who plays for Austin.
Yeah, but what is that from?
That's
from I kind of wasn't sure if it was real or not. So
that was from one of the replays that they did last year from other games
during COVID.
Yeah,
I was just so excited to hear me choke on Matt Beasler as the third player there.
That was as close to tingly as I got right there.
Oh, can I throw this in there? I love Matt Beasler and everything, but did you see his team allowed 3 goals in their game this weekend? I just had to say that.
Who they play?
Was he on the field?
Yeah, he played like the whole 90, I think.
Who'd they play?
Gee, you would ask that. I have to look it up. Does it matter? They allowed 3 goals.
I mean, it's rare that an expansion team is even decent in this league. So Beast may have a rough year ahead.
Just the number 3 just stuck with me. Oh, well, that sounds familiar.
It's actually not that rare for them to be good now. I mean, Atlanta was good. LAFC was good.
Those are the only 2 teams ever in the history of the league, though.
And
that's because they're rich AF.
AF.
So back to Sporting KC. after that game. So 10 days left here. Is
Guzan just retook the guy out from in the Champions League. They're showing the highlights.
Oh, I was like, I thought. What do you mean retook him out? I thought he was. Thad, is everyone healthy on Sporting KC? 10 days out?
No.
No, of course.
What you got, then?
Absolutely.
What news you got?
Not.
Well, in the game on the weekend, the last preseason game, Russell was out because he turned an ankle a couple days before the previous week. Polito was out from having gotten injured when he was with Mexico, having not played one single minute and got injured. Kinda was out. Shallowy was supposed to start, but he tweaked an abductor in warm-ups or sometime before the game, so that's why Cisneros started. So yeah, they were all out. Kinda was back in training. I think Russell was supposed to be back in training. Shallowy and Polito were supposed to be not too far off. If the last thing I heard was that they were not too far off.
I didn't even really think anything into that starting lineup. I just assumed he was getting extra looks at extra guys.
Yeah, I think it would have probably been close to a first team starting lineup, but since they weren't there, it wasn't. The other nice thing is we got to look at Izzy.
I was just going to bring that up. Yeah, I was surprised he started.
And better news, we got an easier name to call him.
Well, I still like calling him Nim.
Izzy Nim.
That's almost insulting, that. Almost.
Why would that be insulting? It's his initials.
Short for Nimrod. I don't know. That's what I went to. Sorry.
Izzy. I'm definitely on board. I'm definitely on board with Izzy. I like that. I can get behind Izzy.
Well, and he actually said to call him that. So that's his preferred nickname.
There we go.
Good to know. Good to know.
Better than Nim.
I still like Nim. I don't care.
But Thad, what'd you think how do you think he looked?
Hit or miss.
Yeah.
I will give him a C+ for the first game time, 45 minutes. I thought there was moments where he looked pretty good with Fontes was out there. So he was partnered with Fontes. He had Lindsay and Martins also on the back line. So he didn't do bad. He again, I think you just got to give him time to get used to the players, the style.
Oh yeah.
And that's one of the big reasons Peter put him out there was he wanted him to go ahead and face an MLS-ish competition so he could well, one reason I say that is I don't really know their starting lineup well enough to say that was their starters or
no, it was well off.
I thought you were just calling the Galaxy trash.
Exactly, that's what I thought too. I was like, well,
it's probably a multifunctional-ish.
Okay. Other news, we have Kaveh Rad. Great.
Yeah.
Now the greatest name in MLS of any active player.
K-Rad.
I'm just obsessed with that name.
Cody Bradley anointed.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because I post some pictures on Instagram, and every time I typed his last name, it like put it into bold red, and I'm like, no, I'm just putting his name. It's not. It was wanting me to be Rad. I'm like, no, it's Rad.
Are there better names? I said it boldly, but give me some contenders. Who has a better name than Kaveh Rad in Major League Soccer?
That's a good question.
You put us on the spot there, man.
Kai Kamara is still good. Like, that's still a good sounding name, but it doesn't come anywhere near Kaveh Rad. No, I've got nothing at the moment. Yeah, it's Kaveh.
Until further notice.
This is why I should plan ahead for these podcasts. I could have put you guys on this. We could have come up with some good content here.
Yaya Toure is not in the league, so that doesn't count.
Yeah.
If he were.
One of my all-time faves.
If he were.
Yeah, and plus best name is subjective anyway, so
okay, well, we'll come back to that. We'll revisit this in later.
Everybody has an assignment to come back with a name that could be a contender to compete with K-Rad. And the best contender at the moment is his brother, which is still in the USL side J-Rad.
A-Rad and J-Rad.
Twins.
Do you think Yaya Toure knows anything about the Sandlot? Yaya. Any clue?
I never made that connection before,
Yeah.
so I doubt
well.
you did. Okay, so Thad, give us something about Kaveh. Are you happy for the young lad?
I am. I like the kid. Do I think he's ready to? And Peter actually said this like a week ago when we were asking about him. Yeah, about and Peter bragged about how well he was doing. He goes, "Am I ready to put him out there for 34 straight games?" No. Well,
Yeah.
and I would wholeheartedly agree with that. I would expect to see him maybe on the bench once in a while, still getting some games down at USL, and just continuing to develop. But somebody I saw make a comparison like, oh yeah, you saw how Kevin Ellis worked out being a defender signed as a homegrown. I'm like, look, Kevin Ellis played 80 plus games, MLS games for Sporting, I think. Another 20, I think, for Chicago, et cetera, won an MLS Cup, 2 Open Cups, was in the league for 8-9 years. Yeah, that's just a terrible, terrible career,
And the boy was money in the box, so come on.
So
yeah. People, I just think people are always wanting to amplify everything. Like, oh, we signed someone to a homegrown contract. He has to be the savior of Sporting Kansas City because of that.
Yeah, and there's 11 SKC Academy contract or kids from the SKC Academy. There's one additional homegrown, which is John Pulskamp, who was actually in the LA Academy.
Are we counting Charlie here?
Yes.
Okay.
So there's a full 11 homegrown through Sporting Academy and one additional homegrown that counts as a homegrown on the contracts and everything because they bought him from LA.
If we get in the Open Cup, that's the lineup.
Yeah.
It's one center back shy of a starting lineup there because there's a couple too many forwards and not enough defenders.
Throw Graham Smith in there.
but it like and again, even Peter said this today. Not all these guys are going to make it,
right?
But this is the ones that they look at as having the opportunity to right now. And I also try to get him to say if there was more in the pipeline, because on SKC2 right now, I think there's 3, maybe 4 academy guys that came through, and there's 11 on the first team. So they got to be backfilling with some, I would hope, if they're ready. And I think there's probably 3 or 4 of them down there that at least could potentially have an SKC2 contract coming up.
So can I go back to something? Can I go back to tingly? Cody, is that all right?
Yes, make us tingly.
Remy Walter showed well. Some fine individual skill. He fit into the unit well. He's got a good aggressiveness to him. So,
but not over aggressive.
Right. But he was probably my favorite performer from Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear. That does make me tingly.
Yeah, he was definitely very solid. And I think again he'll just continue to get better with Sporting as he gets used to the players and MLS competition and not just MLS-ish competition.
I do think it's funny though that the MLS soccer.com pundits have him as our starting number 6. I still think that's kind of funny, but I mean it could happen, but he hasn't been there all preseason. But
that's why I laugh when people go, "Oh, those guys at MLS Soccer says that this player is going to do this." What the hell do they know? They don't watch this team. Yeah. They watch 27 teams.
Go off, Thad.
Fuck, hell with them people.
Even Weeby, huh?
And I like Weeby, man. He's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
But he also has to watch 27 teams. So
yeah.
They can have knowledge 6 inches deep and 10 feet wide, where we can have it 1 foot wide and 27 feet deep.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that, Thad. Whoa.
Yeah, because we don't give a shit about those other teams.
Yeah, people say, "Oh, what about Joe Schmuckatelli on LA?" I'm like, I don't know who Joe Schmuckatelli is. I don't give a shit.
That's a pretty cool name.
That's what you went with, Joe Schmuckatelli. Joe Schmuckatelli is not a soccer player.
No?
No.
How do you know?
He makes linguine. That's what Joe Schmuckatelli does.
Mhm.
Joseph Schmuckatelli was on the Italian national team in the 60s.
Okay,
You could look it up.
he's either a real Italian person or he breaks people's thumbs in New York as part of the mafia.
That's not a either or.
I guess that's true.
So yeah, look it up, man. Joe Schmuckatelli, Italian national team in the 60s.
Okay.
Oh,
right.
okay, but
Get right on that.
I still don't believe you because that's what you went with that quickly.
Yeah, no, I'm totally bullshitting you right now.
Well, there's no way.
This has got to be the title of the podcast, Joe Schmuckatelli.
There's no way you pulled out that as an example of some unnamed player on the Galaxy of a random 1960s Italian national team.
I just want to see how long you go with that. I've used Joe Schmuckatelli before.
Have you? Okay.
Yes.
How do you spell that? I am gonna name that the pod.
That's the name he uses when he checks into hotels out of town.
It's an old name. They didn't always write it down the same way.
I'm kind of troubled by how quickly he comes up with these lies.
But how many women did the Schmuckatelli guy just do wrong because he had to earn that name somehow?
Yeah, he sounds like a skis ball, that's for sure. Schmuckatelli.
Yeah, you would think so, wouldn't you?
You don't bring Joe Schmuckatelli home to your parents.
Well, unless your parents are the sort of parents that would like a Schmuckatelli.
And you don't trust him with your money either.
Or they're big LA Galaxy fans, maybe. I don't know. Okay,
But going back to our point is I would not know a lot of players on other teams unless they're the big name players. I'm not going to know their third, fourth center back. I will know their starting lineup probably. But I will know the Sporting and Sporting KC2 and Sporting Academy and KC Woso and their reserve players and the Comets.
The only one I can think about is Chicharito. That's all I got right now for LA Galaxy players.
Oh, come on, man. There's more than that, but okay.
And only because I saw the picture of Polito and Chicharito together.
Yeah, and he missed a easy goal.
Yeah, he did.
Polito did?
Chicharito.
Oh, of course he did.
And Kleshtin.
Oh,
What about Dos Santos? Come on, Dos Santos.
Yep. One of the Dos Santos.
Yeah, Jonathan.
Oh, everybody's yelling at the ref now.
Jonathan is the better of the brothers Dos Santos, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Surprisingly.
And then don't forget, Sebastian.
Oh, legit. That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
I do like. Actually, I don't like his demeanor, but and the fact that he plays for the Galaxy. But whenever he's in the Stars and Stripes, I dig him.
Yeah.
But honestly, I didn't know even those other ones. I did not know Sasha Kleshtin was there. So I think
I don't know if he is there.
He's a former shell of himself, but yeah, he's there.
We could have sat here for like 10 minutes, and Chicharito and Sebastian Legit are the only two Galaxy players I could have come up with.
I know you don't give a shit about Atlanta guys, but they got a PK right now. Barco's stepping up.
And
that's a bad call.
Oh, he put it in barely.
Who are they playing?
How do you say it? Luinese?
Oh, not
Am I anywhere close on that?
I don't know.
Alajuelense. Oh no.
Oh no.
Alajuelense. Alajuelense. There we go. I got it.
I have a better chance of spelling Schmuckatelli.
So did you guys see they teased the retro gear already this year? From it's all by Mitchell and Ness.
I was at the Rally House on the Plaza, or Kansas Sampler, whatever it's called, and I saw the Wizards jersey very similar to that. $100. I was like, I kind of want that.
Yeah,
so it looks very similar.
100. So so you can get them all. I thought it was a tease. No, they're all available. I'm looking at them right now.
Yeah, they're in limited quantities.
Man, that windbreaker. Oh, that just sends me back. Sends me back to 96 right there, man. I'll tell you.
What were you 2?
I would have turned 7 that summer.
You're that old? Oh, good God.
I'm an 89. I'm an 89er.
Gotcha. Wow.
That old.
Jeez.
Did you just say that to me?
I did. I didn't think you were
You
that
want to
old.
play that game, guys?
All right. So this was actually gear that was supposed to come out last year, the 25th season,
Ooh,
not
that's
the
right,
25th year.
right.
That's dropping nuggets here.
But I think it was supposed to, that's my understanding. It was supposed to come out last year. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but that was my understanding. But what ticks me off is when you first went to the first link for the since 96 shop thing, it didn't have Sporting on it, but it had Portland and Seattle. They weren't in the league in 96.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I saw
You had
that.
to drop
really?
down box to get the Sporting.
I saw that.
I did see that there were, I didn't look at all of the teams, but I saw that it was like that they were only, not all teams were included in this line. And it is supposed to be all about 96. So you're telling me they added a bunch of teams that were not even around in 1996?
Well, they were around, but not MLS.
Ah, okay. Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
No, it's not. They weren't MLS teams.
I don't think this has, oh, it does say MLS launches.
Yeah, since 96. Why does it say 96? Because that was the year of MLS.
Right.
Thad, were you at the first game? I know we've talked about this, but were you
The
at
first
that?
Wizards game? Yeah.
Yeah.
As was I.
Yeah.
Oh, all
Yeah.
three of us were. I was there, bright-eyed little 6-year-old.
I can tell you exactly what seat I was sitting in.
I can picture
Exactly what seat. Impressive.
I can still picture Digital Takawara hitting the ball off the crossbar, and then it banged down and banged back up. Yeah, I still remember. Never forget.
I remember waiting in line for tickets. It's like, what? Wow.
True 96ers, a podcast of true 96ers. We got.
I had season tickets. I know exactly what seats I had.
Okay, there you go.
Section 201, row 1, seat 1 and 2. I sat in seat 1.
It didn't seem real.
And the wife sat in the other seat.
Nope.
Oh.
She wasn't even a girlfriend back then.
Oh, okay. Robert Houghton. Who were you with?
No.
That was
Okay.
going to games solo.
No, actually, that would have been a friend of mine from the Marine Corps
Oh,
that I
okay.
was with. Who,
Wow, you got offended by Robert Houghton. Sorry, man. I just took a guess.
Should I know who that is? Who is this random person that you guys are mentioning? Do our
well, he's
listeners?
Schmuckatelli's cousin.
God damn it.
Either side don't seem so tough, and 3 own goals ain't all that rough. Our skipper has just been sent off. Some punter strong and ball gone soft. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. Give me beer or whiskey, wine or gin, anything to shake this mood I'm in. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking.